Algeria's president announces bid for fifth term amid protests. Independent.ie. In a written message to the nation, President Abdelaziz Bouteflika said if he is re-elected April 18, he will organize a public referendum on a new constitution and respond to an opposition demand for an independent electoral commission. The longtime leader also vowed to immediately call a national conference to set a date and prepare for another presidential election. His decision to run next month has prompted massive protests in recent days. I have heard the pleas of protesters and especially thousands of young people who asked about our nation's future, he wrote in his public message. Mr. Bouteflika was first elected in 1999. Questions about he turned 82 on Saturday and underwent medical checks in Switzerland last week. Neither the government nor news media reported if he was back in Algeria. Although the president's office had said Mr. Bouteflika intended to run again, his candidacy was not formal until Sunday. Mr. Bouteflika's campaign chief, Abdelghani Zalling, filed the president's candidacy papers on Sunday at the Constitutional Council in Algiers, the country's capital. Hundreds of students took to the streets to denounce the new bid. About 10 vans transported Mr. Bouteflika's documents to the building, according to an Associated Press reporter at the scene. Elevated security measures were in place in Algeria's capital and especially around the Constitutional Council. Sunday was the deadline for candidates to the April 18 presidential election to file their documents. Images of students marching and chanting anti-government slogans appeared on social media. In France, thousands of people from the European country's Algerian community also rallied on Sunday in Paris and in the southern city of Marseille to oppose Mr. Bouteflika remaining in office. His major opponent during the 2004 and 2014 presidential elections, former Prime Minister Ali Benflis, announced on Sunday that he would not challenge the incumbent this year. Mr. Benflis said the Central Committee of his party, Talai el-Hurriyat u Arabic for Vanguard of Freedoms, decided not to field a candidate so as not to serve as a pretext for the candidacy of the sick president. The head of the moderate Islamist party MSP, Abderrazak Makri, has also ruled out running. Independent.ie Newsdesk. A U.S. congressional committee is launching a sweeping new investigation into President Donald Trump, his White House, his campaign, and his businesses. By Associated Press reporters, Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido has arrived back in Venezuela to renew his campaign to topple the government of President Nicolas Maduro. By Associated Press reporters, a U.S. congressional committee is launching a sweeping new investigation into President Donald Trump, his White House, his campaign, and his businesses. Today's news headlines, directly to your inbox every morning. Copyright Independent.ie.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.